Hello, my loves. I am back from Toronto. My mind is all over the place right now. I am back from Canada and it feels so nice to be back. I've missed my home. I've missed this view from my bedroom. I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. I just finished my 5th International Expo of the year, and so I'm done with international travels for the rest of the year unless something kind of like pops up. This is kind of like my time to kind of reflect on everything, and you know, this is like my Fit Girls Diary is what I call my YouTube channel. So yeah, I like to record my thoughts and like how I'm feeling and everything, and like right now I feel freaking happy, like so excited and like high on life. At this time in my life, like I feel like everything is finally like falling into place. And I really wanted to talk about the struggles and kind of like how I started like really making my dreams come true. And I want everyone to live their dream life, and I want everyone to be happy, and I want everyone to be like as happy as I am right now. When it comes to living your dream life, like I'm a huge believer in putting in extra hours and putting in the work for it. A lot of people assume that they can just get things handed to them, that something's just gonna fall into place and they're gonna magically like live their dream life and it's just gonna be easy. When I say it's not easy, I mean like I've had some of the toughest, roughest, awful times in my life. I've been so stressed out, I've wanted to cry, or I thought I was legitimately going crazy. But now, like I look around, I was like, this is why I've worked so hard like most of my life, so I could have moments like this where I just feel like happy and free. But some people assume that everything was just kind of handed to me, that I was just like some cute little blonde girl and I've always been fit my whole life, and companies were just like, here, let you just like work for us and we'll take care of you and everything is perfect, and that is nowhere near the truth. So I like hustle every single day. So I wanted to kind of talk about like all the jobs that I've had like my whole life. So here it goes. If you guys want to hear this part, cool. If not, like it's cool too. When I was 12, it was kind of the first time that I ever had sort of like a job. I started delivering newspapers. That's all you can really do when you're that young, and I did it with some of my friends. Like it was just kind of like my first taste of having a job at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was not fun. Legally, you can't really have a job till you're 16. So when I was 16, I got my first job working at an athletic shoe store, and I got the job there, and like the following day I got a job working at a little coffee shop at a hotel, Princess Hotel. So that whole summer I worked like 4 a.m. to like 10 a.m. and then I would go to the athletic shoe store at like 1 and work until like 9 p.m. at night. And I would use the money on things like, you know, clothes, because I was 16, on like food. So I wore stuff that my parents picked out for me. My mom would be like, hey, here's hand-me-downs from your sister, or here's stuff I got at a garage sale. And if I wanted to wear something else, I had to buy it myself. I was never given an allowance. My parents never gave me an allowance. They're like, if you want to make money, like go out there and work hard and make your own money. When I was 17, I was in high school, and it was kind of my first year in public school. I got a job at a coffee shop, and I freaking loved it. I still love that job. My sister actually works at the same place. Anyway, I worked basically almost full-time, as much as I could in high school, that I could save up money for college, because I knew I wanted to go to college. And when I was in college, I was like, you know what? I want to go to school in the States. Like I want to go to medical school in San Antonio, Texas. And that's kind of why I wanted to go to Texas. Actually, I wanted to go to medical school anywhere, but I was like, oh, there's one in San Antonio. Why not? I'll just go to San Antonio. So I had to save up money to move to San Antonio, which was not cheap. I was working as a barista, and then I got a second job working as a receptionist at a construction company, and then I was working part-time at another construction company. We installed new septic systems, so I would go there and dig up the dirt. I drove a backhoe, a bobcat, I dug up dirt. It was a really dirty job, literally dirty. I only did new houses when we installed septic systems. So we would go in there and we'd dig up the hole, lay the gravel, the pipes down, the whole works. So I did that. And then I also worked on the weekends at convention center. I worked at the pickle barrel, the pickle barrel. So I had 4 jobs at the same time while going to school part-time. I don't know how I did that, but I did. Saved up the money to go to San Antonio, came to San Antonio, got a job right away working at a hookah lounge, put myself through school. I paid for 100% of my school. I've paid for 100% of everything I have. I never depended on a guy or my parents to help me. There was a couple times where I really struggled. My dad would call me and be like, how much money do you have? Like, are you okay? Are you surviving? Like, and I'd be like, you know what, I'm fine. Like, there was a couple times I had like $5 in my bank account, but I survived. I made it through. So in San Antonio, I was working as a hookah waitress, cocktail waitressing, and then I worked for a marketing company. I was in school full time. Then I got a job as a surgical assistant, and that was actually one of my favorite jobs. I also worked for a homeopathic doctor. I mean, like, I have had so many jobs and I've hustled like my entire life. So I was surgical assisting and I was still in school. And about 2 years ago, I remember this is like the hardest time. It really, I swear to God, I thought I was going crazy. I was working full time as a surgical assistant, going to school, night classes, full time. I was prepping for my first bikini show. I was bartending on the weekends, and I was starting up my coaching company. So it's like when I first started kind of coaching clients, they didn't take on a lot of people because I was doing all my other stuff. I was doing YouTube videos and doing the whole Instagram thing, and I was so stressed out that there was days that I woke up and I wanted to cry. And Josh saw it on my face. He was like, are you okay? Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, why are you doing so much? And I was like, because I know like one day, like, this is gonna be worth it. Like, everything that I'm working towards and like these stressful semesters and these stressful times, like, it's gonna be worth it one day. And it really was. I look back now on that crazy semester and I am so grateful that I stuck it out. And I got all A's that semester. I was like, boom, what up? Any spare minute that I had, I was hustling and I was working, and I never quit. I never gave up. I think I did cry a few times when I was like super stressed out. God, I look at times like that where I was like barely surviving, and I get goosebumps because I'm like, man, I can't believe I did all that. Like, nothing was ever handed to me. Nothing was ever just given to me. But I was the one always hustling and putting in work and putting in time and working like 20-hour days. Sometimes I didn't even go to bed at night because I didn't have time to sleep. I had to study, I had an exam, but then I also had to work. So there's been really struggling times. And along this time too, like, my weight fluctuated a lot. Like, I was really skinny in high school, and then I gained a lot of weight when I moved to San Antonio, and then it was like a journey to get it off while having to juggle everything. And it was just like, God, I could not catch a break. I took one day at a time and I worked really hard. I just kind of wanted to share this, not only for you guys, but for me, because this is my diary. Nothing is ever easy, and nothing is gonna be handed to you. Nothing's handed to me. And I would have guys like come up to me, especially when I was single, and be like, let me take care of you, girl. Let me, like, I can pay for all these things and do this and make your dreams come true. And I was like, no, like, I don't want that. Like, I want to make my own dreams come true. I don't want to depend on someone else to make my dreams come true. I want to depend on myself. Looking back, like, I'm really proud that, like, I put myself through college, and I went through a lot of hard times, and I survived it all. So basically, if you really want something in life, like, you have to put in the hours. You have to put in the work. Nothing is going to be handed to you. There's no perfect timing for anything. You just have to start just today, like right now. Take one day at a time. Like, it's never going to be easy. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have hard days. You're going to have okay days, and you're going to have good days. You're going to have to jump over, go under, go sideways, leap over, tear through things, but it's all a part of the journey. Obviously, looking back, when I think about where I've came from, what I've done, the stressful days, the stressful months, the stressful years, I'm really proud that I went through all of that. I've had so many people, they would see me like working hard and hustling and doing things, and they'd be like, is it really worth it? And that is the number one question that I'm always asked, that I've always been asked like my whole life. Like, when I'm working hard and I'm putting in work and I'm putting in the hours and I'm doing this because I want to like achieve my dreams and I want to do big things in life. I don't want to just survive. People would look at me and say, is it really worth it? I've had friends say that, family say that, strangers say that. And I'd always look at them and be like, one day it will be. Like, maybe right now it really sucks, but one day it's definitely gonna be worth it. And I'm gonna leave this vlog on that note because I feel like it's very powerful. And I gotta go play with Neuro. He's missed me. So I'm gonna tune out, guys. This vlog is probably just gonna be me talking and not really work out, but I do have some cool stuff happening tomorrow. So I will definitely vlog tomorrow. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys.
Keep your torso stationary and keep your elbows as close to your body as possible for every single rep. Also, don't forget to squeeze your back at the top of every rep. I know a lot of people forget to do that. They'll just kind of go into the motion, but squeezing that